Well, Nick Wright, we bring him on Wednesdays usually, but Super Bowl week, I thought I would give you Nick on Monday. That felt so redeemable. You get Nick early in the week to set the agenda for our show. So I think you and I have the same opinion on this game, and I really do, because I saw a note this morning. So talk about what you expect Sunday, and I think we're aligned on this.
Okay, we are aligned, I believe. I think the Rams are the worst possible matchup for the Bengals. Now, with that said, let me say this on the front end. You know, once upon a time, America tuned in with bated breath to Colin's Blazing Five. That has, of course, since been overtaken by Nick's picks weekly on First Things First, as I think I had the best record against the spread of anyone in the media. In these playoffs, Colin, I'm 8-1 against the spread in non-Bengals games, and I'm 0-3 in the Bengals games. I've picked against them each time, and I've been wrong each time, so maybe Bengals fans can hold on to that bit of hope. But the way I look at it is this. The Bengals have to beat you with their offense. Jalen Ramsey's the best corner in football, so you can either single him on T. Higgins and double Jamar Chase and take both of your top two options away, or you can just put him on Jamar Chase. That's not good. The Bengals offensive line, we know, we saw what Jeffrey Simmons and others did to it in the Titans game. Well, now it's Aaron Donald and then Von Miller on one corner and Leonard Floyd on the other edge. I just feel like this is, of all the teams that could have won the NFC, the Rams are the worst possible matchup for Cincinnati. So I'm super excited for the game. And listen, Joe Burrow has been proving me wrong all year. You and I both were not as high on him the moment he graduated as everyone else, and then we both were sold on him within a month of his NFL career getting going. So it's not an anti-Burrow take. I just think the Rams have so many advantages when Cincinnati has the ball that I think the Rams are, in a really good position to beat them in a not particularly close game.
If Burrow wins, and I know you are a fan of Patrick Mahomes, but he's 2-0 against Mahomes, and if he does win, what do we call Burrow? Well, where is he on the poll?
No, if he wins, he gets to say he's the best quarterback in football. Whether I would believe it or not, if Joe Burrow's football life of the last few years is undefeated college football champion, Heisman Trophy, best statistical season ever, then injury, then Super Bowl champion, and en route to winning the Super Bowl, you go 2-0 against the best quarterback in football, Patrick Mahomes, then you get to be the best quarterback in football.
Yeah.
That would be fair. These titles, Colin, I've told you many a time, I am dripping in what? Objectivity. So you say I'm a fan. I'm just a truth teller. And, I know I don't really know all your Mahomes opinions because I literally took my earpiece out during the break when we were playing some compilation of you crushing Mahomes. I said, they might have video of it. I said, I can't listen to this. I took it out, and then I realized we were going to be on the air. But Burrow will have earned it if they win the Super Bowl. One last thing about this game before we move on. I want the audience to know something. In vintage Colin Cowherd fashion, Colin was off Friday, as you guys mentioned. Right. Joey did a great job filling in. Colin, I want the audience to know this. I hope I'm not betraying your confidence. When Colin is off on a weekday, the takes still keep percolating, and he needs someone to receive them. So I get a random, right around the time your show would be ending, phone call on Friday. I'm like, isn't Colin on vacation? Doesn't even say hello, America, just launches into a Super Bowl take. Like it was like the valve, like a pressure valve was about to burst and he had to release it. That's how you become Colin Cowherd. He was like, this take has to be given. I'm not on the air. I'm calling Nick. So I actually got a preview to the open of the show 72 hours ago. It was great. It was great. I got that Stafford Rodgers take a few days ago.
You actually did. All right, so we know where I stand on Westbrook, but what is your do you have a problem with the Westbrook criticism or the meltdown here? How's it land for you?
Listen, Russ has obviously been terrible, but about a week before Cal Ripken Jr. broke Lou Gehrig's record, I looked it up this morning, Brady Anderson went 0 for 5 with 3 strikeouts. And I think it would have been pretty ridiculous when that's about to happen, Cal, till folks, Orioles, not as good as we thought, and Brady Anderson's a problem. LeBron James this week, and I don't know if anyone in the media knows, seemingly no one cares other than me, LeBron James this week is going to eclipse Kareem Abdul-Jabbar for the most points ever scored in the history of basketball. Now, he won't break Kareem's regular season record until next season. But regular season plus playoffs, he's 75 behind Kareem. So if you throw in the play-in, he's only 53 behind. But just take that out. That's going to happen this week. The guy on Saturday night had damn near another 30-point triple-double. He's averaging the most points he's averaged in 12 years. He's going to win the scoring title. It's the best year 19 or age 37 season by any player ever by a mile, by an absolute mile. And the fact that all of the Lakers discussion, oxygen, is being sucked up by the fact that in a win, Russell Westbrook was bad and LeBron led them on a 21-point comeback and then sealed the game in overtime. It's just, I feel like we're missing the forest for the trees.
Yeah.
I feel like in 15 years, when people talk about this Lakers team, the discussion point is going to be that LeBron, maybe the greatest athlete to ever live, had the greatest late in the career season of any athlete we've ever seen. Not that Russell Westbrook was bad. But Russell Westbrook being bad has been the entire discussion point of the season, it seems.
Yeah, no, I think it's a good point. Finally, I was I wouldn't say cynical. I would say I didn't think Kyrie, Harden, KD was going to work. I think Kyrie is, I mean, when you bail on Brad Stevens and LeBron, to me, that's not somebody I would fasten my career to. I thought KD made a big mistake leaving Steph, one of the most selfless stars of my life. So I'm not shocked. But here we are, right or wrong, here we are. How do you salvage this thing? What do you do if you're the Nets?
I think they get better if they trade Harden for Ben Simmons and one other player the Sixers would have to put in there. I think Ben Simmons fits perfectly in Brooklyn. I don't think this would be, some Hail Mary move. I think it's the right move. Here's where we're at with James Harden. We always knew he was a different player in the playoffs than in the regular season.
Yes.
But what you got was an absolute Iron Man, never got hurt, always played huge minutes in all the games, and a guy who could score at an incredibly high volume and, when you include the free throws and the threes, really good true efficiency. Okay, what is he now? He's now a guy who was hurt last year at the end of the year. This year, the scoring is down, the efficiency is down. And what is happening right now? Well, he is either hurt again or he's not actually hurt and he's just dogging it to force a trade. Either way, it's not a great option. So I don't think he wants to be there. I think that the experience in Brooklyn has not been what he thought it would be. And I actually think the Nets, but you can get the best version of Ben Simmons on the Nets with KD out there, Kyrie when he's available to play, spread the floor. He would look like Ben Simmons a few years ago, Colin, in the playoff games Embiid missed, when this court is spread and he can run the show in that regard. I think you have to do that. What I think is undeniable is this, Colin. If the Nets could get a do-over on the James Harden trade, they would.
Yeah.
You don't think they'd rather have Karis LeVert, Jared Allen, who's basically an all-star, and the 7 first-round picks that they gave up either via swap or outright, plus you had to let Dinwiddie walk? That trade is turning out to be a total disaster for them. If only there was someone that at the time was saying that when everyone was picking them to win. I wonder who that person could have been who's never believed in the NFT Nets. Oh, they're 13-3 when they play together. Colin, LeBron, AD, and Russ have played more games together than KD, Kyrie, and Harden. KD, Kyrie, and Harden got a year head start.
Yeah.
And LeBron and AD have been hurt, and they've already eclipsed them in games played.
Great seeing you, buddy. Have a wonderful week on the show. Show was funny, laugh out loud funny today. First things first. Good seeing you, my man. Hi, everybody. Thanks for watching. Subscribe here to get the latest from the show. Also, be sure to check out more of the best clips from The Herd or go watch a few segments from other shows on FS1.